goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out in every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. She get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. See that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas say they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a roller. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. The claim that I'm lazy be killing me, maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle, my king and the angel be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I get it compromised. Around like a curse said, then remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Just dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous off a brand new pair of bellows.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
One West World. First everybody. Bitch, this is more than what they ever played us. Living by a code, put me in a gas tank. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played us. Living by a code, put me in a gas tank. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter. Off the thermostat, can't hold me back. Trying to check my check. I had my weight, run my plate, really busy. Really in this field. Taking it, check me out when in doubt. I'm gonna make my bread. Never lose, niggas. Food is a feast. Just know we all gon' eat. Niggas slick on my shit, pop my shit. My bro said this shit greasy. She don't like the message. I get wisdom. I'm just rude as species. Tell my side, but not too much. They feel me. I know talk is cheap. I'm controlling it from a distance. This how it's supposed to be. Give her what she never had. Now she can't get over me. I understand they don't want a man, they just want company. Shorty know I'm all about my gravy, trying to smother me. Get from under me, I ain't had no silver spoon. This shit come from underneath. I play for keeps, I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel beat. I play for keeps, I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel beat. This is more than what they ever played us. Living by a code, put me in a gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played us. Living by a code, put me in a gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it clean, dog.
I got you.
Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to poke off. My God, a real nigga. Cause he was no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family support that shit in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times soon. Ain't no more heart in this game. I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Revenge taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans through a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his child into a ghost town. Focus out, nigga. I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Never like shine like heaven to a Glock, have a fit now, no entry. Try on them cause we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I want it black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Hardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round, y'all down. Just look, spattered in AG. I've been in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Let's get right to it, dog. You know it's raw. But let me catch you if you're showing off. They wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't wanna get involved. I can admit it, I know what it's time, and I'm tripping, I gotta regroup. Niggas a fumble a bag, I get to the cash fast, gotta salute. I've been a hustler, look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law, cause we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Put on their face, I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me, that'll bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the salt of the earth. We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. You understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. There's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway if you ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business and take this money with you. I ain't dealing with no fucking children if they not my own. Going by myself, I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my wave and more just hopping on. They hear what I make, it starts to turn them on. I think it's sorcery, the way they rob the bone. The black magic stick, they stopping by my home when I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone so I can conquer shit and I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit, cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road and get my diesel blown. When it drops a look, her eagle, my bitch bad as fuck. The season though, I watch him leave and fall. The last gon' finish first, cause we some underdogs.
Alawat Panya. Barak. Yahweh Shimmy
Shimmy Shai Brakathami, how Shamal Ayathan by Shimmy Shai. Clap it up. Good to see you, Akim, please. Please sit down, Akim. Gracias. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman, estoy al servicio de El General Yohana. Gracias por sintonizarse con nosotros esta noche. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando de El General Yohana. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale, Akim, let's get it on. I'm ready to answer all of your questions. That's two preguntas. I'll answer your questions. We'll get it on tonight. We'll get into our topics. What are our topics again tonight, Ephraim?
So the title is The Reason for Affirmative Action, and all political parties are from the community.
I hear that. The reason for affirmative action. Affirmative action is what now they call DEI. You know, they changed it from affirmative action to make sure that no one thought that it was positive, that it was affirmative. So now they simply call it DEI. Well, it was first called affirmative action, and it is absolutely necessary. Without affirmative action, there will be no blacks, Latinos doing anything at all but the most base subservice work in America and around the world and in Great Britain and in Haiti. You absolutely must have affirmative action. I'll prove that to you tonight. Also, the second topic is all political parties are in the community. Every last one. If you're a Democrat, you're in the community. If you're a Republican, you are in the community. Every political party is in the community, the rainbow community. Every last one. Of course, we'll prove that tonight. I'm going to answer your questions first, all right? Whenever you're ready, let's get it on. Questions, preguntas.
Yes, sir. And if I could, a quick shout out to the Zones joining us. Got Pittsburgh here with us.
Oh, Pittsburgh, I see you in there again. Get it on, Pittsburgh. Consistent as ever.
Baltimore.
Oh, is that Baltimore? Baltimore, get it on, Warrior. Good to see you out.
Got Virginia in here with us.
Oh, VA. Come on, Virginia. We're getting it on in here tonight with VA in the room. Let's go.
And as always, we live in headquarters.
Getting it on in headquarters, Harlem, New York, Jerusalem. Let's do it, Akim. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. We have some questions in the comments. Darash Isupk asks, Shalom, Lord of Christ, sir. If I could, my Lord, when the Most High created man, were they all in one land, or were the nations placed in their own land?
When the Most High created man, they were all in the same land. They were all in the land that we call today the Middle East. The Middle East is the cradle of civilization. That's the birthplace of civilization, the Middle East. Human beings were all in one place, and then they branched out from there. All right. Did you go?
Yes, sir.
Please.
America is burning, asks Salaka Adawan, if I may, can I get a general breakdown on Isaiah 66 and verse 1 through 5?
Say it one more time, Warrior. Let me fix the screen to taste. All right.
So the brother asked Salaki Adawan, if I may, can I get a breakdown on Isaiah 66 and 1 through 5?
Absolutely. Clad OKC. Let's get it on.
Khan, sir. Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
I got you. This is a precept proving that when the Most High God told David to build the temple, the purpose of the temple was not to build a house for God, but it was simply to perform the sacrifices and for the people to meet, to be able to receive and give those sacrifices. The Most High God never asked for a house to be built for him. You can't build a house for God. Now, after the temple was built, what did people do? The people in the temple began to say that this is, this building is God's house. And then the Catholic Church, forget about it. Once they got in charge, they began to make giant cathedrals and Notre Dame and all over Spain and France and Germany and England to say this is the house of God. Then they would get a thing called a relic, which is a pinky toe of Saint, Cornelius or Saint this or Saint that, which was really just a random pinky toe. just anybody's pinky toe. But they would tell you this pinky toe belongs to St. Barnabas. And they would build an entire cathedral around that pinky toe. I am not making this up. Some of the relics were fingernail filings. Do you hear me? Meaning, imagine cutting your fingernails, and there's a pile of fingernails. They would say, well, this is St. Barnabas's fingernail filings. And they would build this giant house around fingernail clippings. That is an actual thing that you can look up. Well, God said, I don't need you to build a house for me. That's not the point of all of this. I'm building this house for you to meet in, for you to perform the sacrifices in, for you to partake in the sacrifices. You can't build me a house. That's the point. Everyone understands.
Come on, sir.
Anything else?
So the brother asked through verse 5, if that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord.
Read a few sentences before that, please.
Yes, sir. 1 second. Slacky, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. Slacky, sir. You said read up.
Yeah, just a few sentences into what you just read, please.
For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things.
I need a sentence above that just so I can catch the context.
Where is the house that ye build unto me?
Mm-hmm.
And where is the place of my rest?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. For all those things hath mine hand made,
mm-hmm. and
all those things have been, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Meaning you can't build a house for me because I've made my home. The Most High's throne is above space, above the universe. Look at the stars that you see at night in the night sky. The Most High is sitting on that. The Most High has a realm, a dimension that he lives in, that his throne is in. And the angels sit around him screaming his name day and night. And there are angels going back and forth from where he lives to the earth to bring and give reports about how you're living every day. He has a home. He built that already and it's been around. He doesn't need you to build him a house. Tell that to your preacher. Tell that to the Christians and the Catholics that think that they're building a house for God. They are not. God already has those things. He already has a realm that he lives in. Everyone understands.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's looking for. You see, to the brothers, what's the brother's name again? America is Burning. Is that who asked the question?
Yes, sir.
You see, rich men tell poor people that this is the house of God. This house is God. This is the house of God, this giant monster of a cathedral, this mega church that fits, 25,000 people. And so rich men believe that the structures that they build, Donald Trump, builds monuments to his arrogance all over New York, all over Atlantic City, and now all over Washington, D.C. Giant, federal buildings with his stupid old pedophilic face on it, because that's what rich men do. Rich men build monuments to themselves and then say that this house is a house they built for God. That's not true. The house is built for their own arrogance. Well, this is what the Most High God is saying. What I'm actually looking for is not some giant building that you think will impress me. I'm looking for a man with a pure heart. I'm looking for a poor man who's kind and just in his poverty, who has every reason to steal. Poor people have every reason to steal. Don't you ever think that a poor man does not have a good reason to sell drugs? You do. A poor man has an excellent reason to sell drugs. A poor man has an excellent excuse to steal and lie and commit crime. The Most High God is looking at that poor man and how in that condition does he still maintain his righteousness. He's looking for you. That's what he wants to build, which is the point of all of this. He doesn't want you to build some monument for some house for God to live in. He wants you to build men. Build them. Build up the poor and the sick and the disenfranchised. Build them up, which is why in the Israelite School of UPK, under commanding General Yohana, we build men. We don't build monuments, cathedrals and chapels and nonsense. In the Israelite school of UPK, we build men. That's the point America is burning. That's the point of this precept. Anything else?
Yes, sir. Would you like me to continue down to 5, or is that too wild?
Please, por favor.
Con, sir. Verse 3, he that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificeth a lamb is as if he cut off a dog's neck.
Keep going.
He that offereth an oblation as if he offered swine's blood.
I'll break it down. When he needed, you want me to break this down for you, I'm assuming, right?
Bible shot, sir.
Well, let me tell you what has happened, young brothers and sisters, because this world and your religious leaders put no emphasis on character or conduct or you being a good person by the will of God, by the standard of God. They put emphasis on mega churches and cathedrals and money and cars and things that they say are for God, but actually that jet is for the preacher. Well, what happens in a time like that and in a place like that? When you make a sacrifice to God, that sacrifice is considered evil. You understand? So now, not eating pork is considered evil. Not eating shrimp is considered evil. You're going to tell someone that you keep the law, and you know what they're going to say? The law is done away with. You're wrong for keeping the law. You're wrong for not eating pork. You're wrong for not celebrating your birthday. You're wrong for not celebrating Christmas. What a day and age we live in. What an amazing place. You're telling me that keeping the law, so you're telling me if I sacrifice a lamb, it's as if I killed a dog. If I make the Lord's oblation, it's as if I did an evil thing, because I'm in a place where they care more about money and buildings than they do the poor. So the righteous acts I do are considered evil. And every brother in this school has been through this. You're going to tell someone you're keeping the law. Someone is actually going to say you shouldn't. That blows my mind to this day, as old as I am. I go, what you say? You saying I should be lawless? I shouldn't keep the law? What do you mean? I should murder? So when Creflo Dollar and your Christian preachers say, no, the law is done away with, when you keep the law, you're doing an evil thing. So Creflo, are you saying I should murder? You're telling me that. I'm wrong I'm sitting around here not murdering people. Lord knows I want to. Lord knows it's on my mind all the time, but I refrain from it. And I fight that urge. Preachers, are you saying that I should break the law? So are you saying I should murder? I should steal? I should lie? So me keeping the law is considered evil. Now, just remember that, and I'll read it one more time. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man.
So remember, the law says to sacrifice an ox. But when I go keep the law and sacrifice the ox, it's as if I murdered a man. You're going to treat me like I'm the criminal because I'm keeping the commandments of God. You live in this world where they do this. You live here. Everyone who is an Israelite in the Israelite school of UPK knows that when you tell people you're keeping the law, they act like you're doing something wrong. They act like it's evil to keep the law. The Bible says to slew an ox. An ox is a clean animal to eat. An ox is lawful to eat, lawful to sacrifice. But when I kill an ox, it's as if I killed a man. Continue.
Khan. He that offereth an oblation as if he offered swine's blood.
An oblation is an offering to God, where I give God a righteous offering, but it's as if I offered swine's blood. Now, there's a reason that that's in there, because swine's blood is unclean and unlawful. You treat my righteous sacrifice of an ox as if it's pork. I tell you I don't eat pork. You call me evil. You say I'm evil because I don't eat pork. That is happening tonight. And that's in esta noche. It is happening tonight where somebody has to say, well, yeah, I don't eat pork anymore. You don't eat pork? The law is done away with. You keeping the law? You're wrong for doing that. Damn. So I eat righteous animals, you'll treat me like I murdered a man. I eat righteous animals, you'll treat me as if I'm eating pork. You understand? Keep going.
Colonel Khan. He that burneth incense as if he blessed an idol.
He that burneth incense, you're burning frankincense and myrrh, but they will treat you like you are blessing an idol. It's lawful and encouraged in the Bible to burn frankincense and myrrh. But when I joined the Israelite School of UPK, I decided to follow Commanding General Yohana. They treat me like I'm a sinner, like I'm in a cult, because I'm doing what the Bible says to do. You're living this. If you're reading this scripture tonight and you're in the truth, this is why you fight so much with your family, because your family, they're treating you like you're wrong for doing what's right. And it is right here in this precept. It's in the book, it's in the Bible, and it's in your life. Is there anything else?
Come on, sir. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations.
Let me break that down. I gotta send this text real fast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I think you understand that, Ephraim. That's the whole
Come
problem
on,
here.
sir.
Ephraim, I'm assuming you come from a Black and Hispanic family, much like my own. How did your family feel about you keeping the law? Were they cool with it?
They thought it was crazy, sir.
Yeah, it was wrong. It was like, what are you doing keeping the law? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you not eating pork and sin and not selling drugs? You know, I've counseled people out where their families get angry at them because they stopped smoking weed. Because they started smoking weed with their father and with their mother. So when they tell their father and their mother they don't smoke weed anymore, they're like, what's wrong with you? You don't get high anymore? You think you better than everybody else? You think you better than everybody? What's wrong? Damn, Mom. Sorry, I got off of drugs, Mom. Sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, Grandma. I stopped getting high. I'm sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Dad. I stopped getting high. I'm keeping the law. You treat me like I'm breaking it. You understand? All right. Is that it?
Colonel Khan, sir. Verse 4 says, I also will choose their delusions.
Oh, I didn't break down that last one. I'm sorry. Read that last part again.
I also will choose their delusions.
No, right before that. I'm sorry.
Oh, Salaki, sir. And their soul delighteth in their abominations.
No, one more before that. I missed.
Khan, sir.
Their own
Yea,
way. Their own way.
they have chosen their own ways.
They have chosen their own way. That's what's happening here. You see, we chose the Bible. That's what we did. And in doing so, it put us in conflict with everyone that chooses their own way. That's the conflict when you're in the Israelite School of UPK. That's the conflict that we have with Christians and Muslims. We chose the Bible. They chose their own way, which is why Muslims can say that they're celebrating Ramadan and dress up like they're Lawrence of Arabia, like they're so righteous and so pious and sell drugs and shoot people and get high, because really they're just doing whatever they want to do. That's what Ramadan is. That's what Islam is. Just people, you know, dressing up like they live in the Middle East, smoking weed and shooting people. That's it. Just like the Nation of Islam, all righteous with the bow ties until they shoot each other and kill each other. That's it. Everybody really is just doing whatever they want to do. What are Christians doing? Going to church, praising the name of Jesus, carrying around the Bible, talking about God, dancing and singing, and molesting children like an epidemic. Because really, everyone is just doing whatever they want to do. That's it. We're in conflict with them because we have chosen differently. We've chosen to deny our flesh, to deny our own will, and to lean upon the will of God. Voluntad es de Dios. We've decided to lean upon God's will. And because of it, we're in conflict with man. What did General Cabal say? Shalom. Is that Yahweh? Looks like a little funny. Yahweh Shai, that's a salute.
The font looks a little bit different.
I got you. He's saluting. That's General Cabal. Give General Cabal a hand. Okay, denele un aplauso. General Cabal Amath, the annual, let me read what General Cabal said. He said the annual lamb slaughter hosted by the ISUPK April 1st, 2026. That's the link. You better get down there and kill that lamb. Get down
Yes,
there
sir.
and that's where meat comes from, baby girl. Young brother. Meat comes from somebody with a knife. You like to eat meat, I know that. Well, this is where it comes from. You'll see where your meat comes from if you come out to the slaughter of the lamb and teach your children the responsibility of eating. Eating is a responsibility. So many times you allow someone else to handle that responsibility. Well, you go to the slaughter of the lamb, your children realize the responsibility of eating and that someone has to do the dirty work. You understand? You like meat, you like chicken. Your little baby boy, he likes those chicken nuggets, don't he? You got a little son at home, little daughter that loves chicken nuggets. Well, baby girl, for you to have chicken nuggets, somebody has to do the dirty work. At the slaughter of the lamb, you can come out and see the dirty work. I pray you understand. Is there anything else?
And throughout the class, we'll be posting links in the chat, sharing information for all the different events going on Passover week.
Absolutely. Anything else?
ISUPK SAC asks in the chat, Salaka General, if I may, can I get a breakdown on Revelations 12 and 9, Baba Kusha? How do I explain that the white man is called Satan, but he is not Satan the angel?
Yeah, that's no problem. That's done all the time. I'll do that for you. Also, I just remembered someone called me from North Carolina and said North Carolina had a ton of questions they wanted me to answer tonight. If so, you better get in this class now and not call me all hours of the goddamn night because somebody else is going to beat you to it. So if you have questions, ask them now, right now in this class, in public. Also, I prefer to be questioned in public. Okay, that way I don't have to answer the same question all night to 10 different people. I prefer to be asked everything and about anything in public. Everyone understands.
Con, sir.
All right.
North Carolina was actually scheduled to be with us tonight, but I believe the brothers are actually doing work in the prison department down there right now.
Well done. Get it on. That takes priority. All right, you got it.
Sign Christ, sir. We've got Revelations 12 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Yeah. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Mm-hmm. What's the controversy? Explain.
The brother wants to know how to explain the white man is Satan, but he's not Satan the angel.
There's an operative word, and as long as you remember that word is sitting right there in front of your face, then you will absolutely understand how he can be called the devil, called Satan, called Esau, called the Edomites. You'll absolutely understand how we can be called Israel, called Jacob, called the chosen people, called Zion, called his holy people, called El Pueblo Elegido de Dios. You'll absolutely understand it once you just remember the word. I just gave you the word just by accident, didn't I, Ephraim? Called.
Yes, sir.
Called is what you don't see. It's right in front of you. Called. This is not talking about his birth certificate, brothers and sisters. This is talking about what people call him, because remember, blacks and Latinos wrote the Bible. So you have the same person. He's called this. He's called that. He's called this. He's called this because of his reputation. Blacks and Latinos don't name you based on your birth certificate. They name you based on your reputation. That's how you get a name. Your name is your reputation. So you got this one brother. He's called champion. He's called the GOAT. He's called the MVP. He's called the man. Now, that's the same person. But because he's a winner, he's called the GOAT. He's called MVP. He's called champ. He's called these things because his reputation has earned these names. Well, the white man has a reputation that he has earned. He's a mentiroso, hyena, what's the phrase? Mentiroso. Mentiroso is a liar. That's what a mentiroso is, a liar. That's what the white man is, a mentiroso or a ladrones. Ladrones. He's a thief. A thief. You can call him that thing. And he's the devil, Diablo. He's all of those things. Why? He earned those names. The white man earned the name devil. He earned these names. He's the great red dragon. He earned that name. His actions built that reputation, and that's why we call him that. Pray you understand. Okay, anything else?
Kind of, sir. Got some more questions in the chat. Brother asked, Deshaun Canty asked, when we die, do we come back again? Because my Christian friend believes once you die, that's it.
Yeah, that's what the Catholic priests teach, but they also molest you. So that's a hard lesson to learn in there. Okay, that's a lie. You absolutely do come back, young brother. What's his name? Deshaun Canty, 3742. Yeah, you come back. That's exactly what's happened. Give him one precept. Give him the one in Psalms. Okay, reincarnation is real. How do you Christians believe that Jesus Christ rose from the dead, but yet you believe that the dead rise not? I don't understand that. Every Christian believes that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. But then when we tell them that the dead rise in Israel, levante de nuevo, when we tell you that the dead rise anew, you tell us that's impossible. Say what? It's impossible for the dead to come back? What religion are you in? I thought you were a Christian. I thought you believed that Jesus Christ died and came back from the dead. I thought you believed that Lazarus was dead and Jesus Christ rose him back from the dead. You don't believe that the dead can rise? As a matter of fact, give me that precept when Paul gave this exact breakdown. How do you say that the dead rise not? When you believe in this, everything you teach and do is about something dying and coming back. Yet we tell you that the dead rise and you say we're liars. Listen, man. Listen, you want to believe the Catholics, that's up to you. You must have a strong backside. You must have a butt ready for fondle to be able to learn anything from the Catholic Church. If you do, hey, your backside is a lot stronger than mine. I can tell you that goddamn much right now. I can't learn anything from a priest because my backside ain't strong as yours. Is there anything else?
Sir, 1 Corinthians 15 and 32. If after the manner of men I have fought with beasts at Ephesus, what advantageth it me if the dead rise not? Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die.
Paul is saying, I've been through such danger. I fight beasts. They're they're sending bloodhounds and German shepherds and those stinking police dogs on me. What advantage do I have if the dead don't rise? Let me tell you something, brother. If reincarnation is not real, we're in the wrong business. You understand me, Ephraim? Listen, are you telling me that we don't come back? Shit, listen, I'm in the wrong business then. Then I should just eat and drink and live like it's no tomorrow. But instead, I live like the dead rise again in Israel. Levante de nuevo. I live like I can come back. I'm not living like there's no tomorrow. And if there's no tomorrow, then what in the hell am I doing this for? I only got one head. If I'm risking this one, then I'm a fool. But I know I get another head. I get another heart. I get more limbs and fingers. I can lose these because I come back. That's the point. Read it one more time. Then give me the one in the 1 Corinthians, I think 15, where he said, know ye not that nothing can live unless it die. Why do you believe that? You know what I'm talking about. All right. Read it one more time, please. And then give me that one.
So that was 1 Corinthians 15 and 32.
But first, read that one you just read again, because that was a perfect precept. Who pulled that precept?
So that was that one. I found that, sir.
That was an outstanding precept. But that's not, was that the one was that in 1 Corinthians?
Sir, chapter 15, but it's in 32. I think you're looking for the one earlier in the chapter.
Yeah, I usually don't go to that one you went to, Ephraim. I'm going to start going to that one because that was excellent. Read that one you pulled again. I usually don't start there. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 15 and 32.
Mhm.
If after the manner of men I have fought with beasts at Ephesus, what advantageth it me if the dead rise not? Let us eat
I'm
and
here
drink.
fighting animals. I'm fighting animals. What advantage is it to me to risk my life if I can't come back? Why would I be doing this? Keep going.
Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die.
I should just be eating and drinking. I shouldn't be teaching, risking my life. I'm risking my life doing this. Is this my only one? Then I have to stop. Because if this is the only life I have to treat it with more preciousness. It has to be more precious to me. Meanwhile, I'm not treating it like it's precious. I'm treating it like I have others. You understand? No cowards. No cowards. I should just eat and drink and die like you stinking Christians do because you believe that there's no tomorrow. So you just eat and drink and fill your lustful, disgusting gut and die. That is not what I believe. So I risk my life because I have more. I have lives to spare. So I'll risk this one. Continue.
That was the end of the verse.
All right, good enough. Is there anything else?
Sir. Isupk Montreal is with us and has a question.
Oh, Montreal up there up north where it's cold. How cold is it, Montreal?
Hey, Shalom Adawan Yabasha Shabrak.
Is it cold up there?
Hey, we're melting the cold with the truth, sir. Salaki.
Give him a hand. Always. Always. I need to give it to you to teach me some French. Like I've been trying to learn French and Creole.
Kawakan, sir. I got both out of one.
Oh, I know you do. I heard. I'm coming to get him. I'm coming to get him from you. Go ahead.
If I could, I want to get with your knowledge, sir, and your grace, Baba Kusha, get a breakdown of Psalms, chapter 15, verse 4 and 5. Baba Kusha, I have it right here.
Please.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 15, verse 4. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord.
You want me to break this down, or is it something in specific?
Salaki, just a general breakdown of verse 4 and 5 out of one.
Okay, take me to 3, please.
Karawakan, sir. Psalms chapter 15, verse 3. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor.
One more. You gotta go up. You better go up to 1. Go ahead.
Karawakan, sir. Psalms chapter 15, starting verse 1. Lord, Salaki. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill?
Keep
verse
going.
2, Karawakan. Verse 2. He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart.
There you go, Ak. Meaning, if you want to dwell with the Lord, now that's a spirit. That's a spiritual place. That's a place that you can be in Montreal, in New York, in Haiti, in Mexico, wherever you are. You can live with the Most High God and be in his house, meaning under his roof, meaning under his protection. You can have that anywhere. Well, who's going to get that? Who's going to be able to be in God's house, meaning under his protection? Who? A righteous man. That's it. And that's what we miss so many times in life, because our life is lived in fear day and night. That's what it is to be black and Latino. To just be afraid constantly. And I look at white people and I go, my God, it must be amazing to have no fear of getting pulled over by the cops, having no fear of getting evicted, no fear of the lights being turned out, no fear of food. Can you imagine, brother? I used to watch old movies back in the day, Montreal. And I remember movies where white people would get pregnant and they would all give out a cigar. You ever see that back in the day? And I think I started having my first babies at 17, 16. I started getting somebody pregnant somewhere, at 15, 17, something. And I remember going, God damn, white people get a bitch pregnant and celebrate. That was blowing my mind at 18 years old, Montreal. I remember thinking it like, brother, a broad told me she was pregnant. It was like, oh, what? Do you have a couple $100? You got some money to get this abortion? Because this is terrible. It was a terrible thing. It was like, oh my God, she's pregnant. Oh my God. And then when I remember coming into the truth, I can reading a precept that you would be sad at childbirth when you were supposed to be happy. Can you imagine being white, being young in your 20s, and you get a broad pregnant and you start passing out cigars out? It's just a wonderful thing. It's beautiful and great. You're not plotting on an abortion and thinking, how in the hell am I going to pay this child support and not go to jail? You're not thinking that. Well, that's how white people live. We live in fear all the time, every day of everything. Well, do you like to live in fear? No. How do you not? How do you not live in fear? By living with him. That's how you live with him. So now in the ghetto, in the projects, in the barrio, and what do they have out there in France? They have those, they got a name for them, and I know in Great Britain. I forget the name.
Ghettos too, I don't want to lie.
Ghettos, forget about it. Ghettos out there, and then Montreal, ghettos out there. Where you from again? What island are you from?
I'm from Martinique, sir.
Martinique. There's terrible crime in Martinique. Terrible crime. My God. The place you come from is where people live in fear day and night in Martinique. I've heard about it. So they don't want to live in fear. So what do? Do you steal? Do you rob? Do you kill? Do you find a way to make yourself safe by being more like the people that scare everyone? Is that the answer? It's not. You'll learn that when you try it, like we all have. The way to be safe is to live with him in Martinique, live with him in Harlem, live with him in the Bronx, live with him in North Philly, in Memphis, live with him. That's the way to be safe. That's the point here. You understand, Montreal?
Karawakan, sir.
Keep going, please.
Karawakan, sir. Psalm chapter 15, verse 3. He that backbited not with his tongue.
You see that? That's how you're safe. You want to be safe? Don't backbite with your tongue. Don't do that. Don't talk evil about your brother behind his back. That's something that Christians, make it that's their culture, Rock, to go to church with somebody and talk about them the minute the church is over. That's Christian culture. Ask any black woman that goes to church, anyone. They're going to praise God sitting next to a person who they are going to talk about like a dog the minute that the praising is over. The minute that the singing stops, the minute the dancing stops and they get in that car, they're going to talk about that same woman that they were praising God right next to. That's them. Well, if you want God's protection, you can't do that. You can't backbite with your tongue. You can't speak evil about brothers and sisters. That's something that you young brothers and sisters better realize coming up in here. We don't talk evil about each other in the Israelite school of UPK. We don't do that. It was some stupid bitch that left the truth last week. Dumb bitch left the truth and then came and talked evil about Commanding General Yohana. Said something evil about him. That was a mistake. You understand? That's an error. You're not going to get God's protection like that. Nah, you'll get the opposite of God's protection doing something like that. All right. If you want God's protection, watch your mouth. Continue.
Karawakan, sir. Nor doeth evil to his neighbor.
Nor doeth what?
Nor doeth evil to his neighbor.
That's how you can be made safe, by not doing evil to his neighbor. So many people wonder why blacks and Latinos don't get along, Benjamites don't get along, why there's so much hatred among the 12 tribes and hatred within each tribe based on neighborhoods and location and skin complexion. Everything, anything and everything we find to hate each other over. Well, here's the real reason that we all hate each other. It's because we offend each other. That's it. People are going to offend you in your own physical family, in your house. You wonder why two brothers, two cousins, a father and a daughter, a son and a mother hate each other? They live in the same home. And they're going to hate each other in that home. Why? Because they offend each other. They steal from each other, hurt each other, misuse each other, abuse each other. And so even though they live in the same house, they hate each other. Well, expand that to a neighborhood. That's why the neighborhood is shooting each other. Expand that to a tribe. That's why the tribe hates each other. Expand that to 12 tribes. That's why Mexicans hate Judites, and Dominicans hate Mexicans, and people from the Dominicans hate the Haitians, and the Haitians hate the Dominicans. Why? Because we hurt each other. We hurt one another, and people remember that a Dominican hurt this Haitian. That was my cousin you hurt. That was my mother you hurt. And they remember that a Haitian hurt a Dominican. That was my best friend you hurt. They remember that a Crip hurt a Blood, and a gangster disciple hurt a vice lord. They remember the offenses, and then we hate each other. You want God's protection? Stop hurting each other. Stop hurting each other, and then your neighborhood will become safe. Then this nation can become safe. Continue.
Karawakan, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor.
Nor taketh up a reproach. What does that mean? Now, it's like, you know what taking up a reproach is? It's like an unrighteous lynch mob to hurt some brother for nothing. And so many of us do that. So white people make a cultural decision to just say, did you hear he raped a white woman? Who said he hated the white woman? I heard he raped the white woman. Get the torches. Get the torches. Now, before you know it, 400 people are there to kill you over a rumor. That's what happens. A rumor. That's how Emmett Till got killed. Because some white woman said he looked at me. Did you hear he looked at her? I heard he looked at her. Who said he looked at her? Who did he look at? Get the torches. Get the guns. All of a sudden, the town is coming to kill you over a rumor. That's it. No examination of evidence. No careful forethought of the facts. Just everyone is excited. Everyone has decided we hate this guy. We hate this woman. And it begins to spread like a plague. And then they're killing you because of the rumor that everyone got excited about. You want to be safe? You want to live in God's house? Don't join everyone in their hatred to harm someone else. Continue.
Karawakan, verse 4. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned.
Read that again.
Karawakan, Psalms chapter 15, verse 4. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned.
You want God's safety? This type of person doesn't steal, doesn't lie, doesn't hate people and for nothing and join everyone in their contempt for someone else. They don't backbite. They don't hate their brother. In whose eyes a vile person is what?
A vile person is contemned.
Is contemned. You know what else a righteous man does? A righteous man hates a vile person. Because he's righteous. What else do you have to do then? You're going to have to hate our oppressor too.
Karawakan, sir.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to say, you're going to have to never hate your brother, never join them in some about some rumor to hurt another brother. Don't talk behind brothers' backs. Don't hurt each other and hate a vile person. Hating a vile person is the thing that Martin Luther King doesn't want you to do, but it is essential for peace in the ghetto. It's essential, Montreal. Hating our oppressor is essential for peace on the streets, for peace in Martinique, for peace in Haiti, for peace in Mexico and Guatemala. It's essential because, in essence, if you don't hate oppressors, you will behave like them. But if you have contempt for a vile person, then you'll say, I'm never going to murder. Never. Because that's what they do. I'm never going to sell drugs. That's what they do. I'm never going to molest children. That's what they do. If you don't hate the vile people, you become the vile people. You know what happens? You turn on the TV and the internet, and the White House is praising a vile person, lifting them up to be praised and glorified. Now I want to sell drugs like Jay-Z. Now I want to be like famous rappers and famous musicians and famous performers who are vile murderers and child molesters. I want to be just like them because I don't hate vile people. Hating our oppressor is essential to being safe, to being protected, to living in the house of God. That's what it just said right there. It's saying it. I don't know who could break it down another way. I'm listening, but that's exactly what it said. Is there anything else, Montreal?
Kawakan, Salakia. Kawakan, sir. but he honoreth them that fear the Lord.
That's what he does. Do you understand? He contempt a vile person. He has contempt for them, but he honors a man that fears the Lord. That's what he does. Well, if you don't have contempt for a vile person, then you'll never honor people that fear the Lord. You won't be able to make the difference. You won't be able to make the contrast. If you can't say the white man is our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and then be able to lay out a case for proving it because of the slavery, the oppression, the Epstein list, the countless offenses against humanity and God. If I can't lay that case out, then how will I know who to love? How will I know that this man is righteous? This man is kind. This man is forgiving. Then I'll never uplift the righteous man. I'll never glorify him because I don't know how to denigrate the vile man. Hating our oppressor is essential to safety. It's essential to living in the house of God. It's essential, and it's right here in front of your face. It can't be broken down any other way. If so, I'm listening. Montreal, any more?
Kawakai, if I could finish to verse 5 out of 1.
What verse are we in now?
At the end of verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
He that sweareth to his own hurt and change it not.
Yeah. You know what that righteous man does, brother? That man that fears God, he swears to his own hurt and he doesn't change. I made an oath in 1995, an oath that cost me my family, my children, made me risk my life daily. I'm not changing my mind. You understand?
Sir.
It's an oath that's going to hurt you. Do you understand? Like you're going to lose money for making this oath, lose family, lose women, lose it, risk your life. You're going to do it, and you're not changing your mind. That's a righteous man, and that righteous man is safe in Martinique. I pray you understand. He's safe in Harlem, safe in the Bronx, safe in Memphis, safe in Little Rock, Arkansas, safe wherever he is. You understand? Anything else?
Verse 5, if I could, out of 1.
Yeah.
Psalms chapter 15, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
He that putteth not out his money to usury.
He that putteth not out his money to usury. We're describing this righteous man. You know, usury is interest, right? This righteous man would never loan you $20 and then expect $200 next week. Do you understand? Like a loan shark, right? A loan shark. He would never do something like that to you. That's unlawful. That's a law. That's against the law in the Old Testament. That's against the law that governs our life today under Jesus Christ. That same law that Jesus Christ gave his life so that it could be established today. Usury is charging interest, and charging interest is vile. To give someone $200 and then expect $2,000 in 2 weeks. That's a disgusting thing that only vile people do. How do I know only vile people would loan you money and then expect you to give back triple or quadruple the amount in a short amount of time? How do I know that only a vile man would do that, Martinique?
Salaki, sir, that's how our oppressor does us.
Give him a hand. Donnez un applauso. Give me that in French.
Applaudissez-le.
Applaudissez-le. Applaudissez-le.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You see, because I hate our oppressor, I know I could never do to you what the World Bank did to Haiti and did to Martinique and did to Mexico and did to Jamaica and did to the West Indian Islands. That's how they oppressed the poor and made them live in abject poverty forever by giving them a loan and then charging interest on it. That is oppression. That is making sure that the poor can never climb up from their condition. I'm not doing that to you. Only a vile person would do that. And because I'll never charge you interest on a loan, I will be safe. God will be with me. You understand?
Kawakan, sir.
Was there anything else?
If I could just finish the verse out of 1.
Of course.
Kawakan. Nor take it reward against the innocent.
Mm-hmm. nor taketh reward against the innocent. Let me tell you who another person and what they do, or the same person and what they do. They go and hurt someone for money, hurt a righteous man for money. Because they get paid, they'll hurt you. Men like Jay-Z do that, and drug dealers and criminals who prey on the chosen people of God. They're going to hurt poor people because there's money in it. Because you can make money by hurting these poor people. No one will call the cops. No, the cops won't care about it if you do it. There's the people that you can molest and kidnap, and no one will come looking for them. When their poor mothers and fathers cry all night to the police will tell them there's nothing else that we can do. There's nothing else that we can do. And they'll be ignored. Well, someone that hurts the innocent person for money, that person is not going to be safe. I pray you understand that. They're not going to be safe. Yeah.
Salaka, before I read the last sentence, if I could,
yeah,
that part that you just break down, could you equate it to reparations being paid to the slave owners as opposed to the slave?
Yeah, you can just keep going with this precept you breaking down. If you just look at what Edomites do, this is their history. This is their reputation. This is why they're called the devil and the dragon and the serpent. This is their reputation. Yes, at the end of slavery, the slave owner was given reparations because they lost property. The government was taking away their property. So the government paid them reparations and then pardoned them for the Civil War in America. Gave them a pardon. None of them went to jail. None of them were hung. The people that oppressed the so-called Jewish people after World War II, they were taken to The Hague in Germany and they were hung. They were hung. The people who enslaved blacks and Latinos and West Indians from Great Britain and France and America, there are monuments set up to them today in all of those countries. Monuments. None of them were punished for it. And they received money for losing their living property of living human beings. That's correct. Yeah, you can use that. Absolutely.
The water saying that's the end of verse 5. He that doeth these things shall never be moved.
If you're going to live the way we're describing, you're not going to be moved. You're going to be safe, Montreal. You're not going to be moved. You make an oath that's going to hurt you and keep that oath. You never backbite and talk behind brothers' backs. You never hurt your brother. You never give him a loan and charge him interest. You never hurt an innocent man because it profits you. A brother that does this will not be moved, not even in Martinique, not even in Memphis, not even in Haiti, not even in the worst places in the world where you would imagine there's no safety. That man will be safe there. He will not be moved. You understand?
Kawakan, Thawara,
Water to you, warrior. Anything else?
That was it, sir. Thawara, sir.
Sir, a brother had a question in the comments. Maga War 144. Shalom, General. In Leviticus 25 and 29 through 31, was there a reason for why the houses? Slagger, sir, if I could rephrase it a little bit. This is the scripture breaking down the laws on whether someone can sell a house and then redeem it in a certain period of time. And there's a difference between the houses in walled cities and unwalled villages. And the brother's asking why there's that difference.
You better let me hear it. I don't quite understand.
Kind
You might remember if you read it. Go ahead.
Leviticus 25 and 29. And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubile.
Mm-hmm.
But the houses of the villages which have no wall round about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubile.
Yeah, that's the year of Jubilee. The year of Jubilee was a day. It was every 7 years on our calendar, where if you had debts, the debts could be canceled and forgiven. The reason there's a difference between walled cities and a place out in the country is because of the investment to put it inside that wall. A walled city is more of an investment, meaning this house is inside a city where they've established a wall, protection, a community. And because of that, that place has to be established. So somebody has to have it and maintain it because it's inside this community where they all depend on each other to keep the walls up, to keep everything stable, because we've gathered together in this place for protection and pulled our resources together for protection. What you're reading about is the birth of cities. The other place is a place out in the, use the word you used earlier. Read it right in the scriptures, please, Ephraim.
Khan, villages.
No, you use another word for the place outside of the walled city. A phrase.
The fields of the country.
Say that one more time.
The fields of the country.
There you go. This place is in the fields of the country. This place is not established as part of a community of people who have went through the trouble and the expense of building the wall. Now, think about what comes with that. You build a wall, you build towers, you got a sewage, right? Sewage, because there's all these people in this area. So you have to dispose of your waste. You got animals. You got all of the expense of trying to band together for protection. And that's why it's treated different. As opposed to this house is you out there by yourself. You out there by yourself in the country, out in the woods, and it's different rules because of the different expense and investment that it goes into a country house out by itself and a house that is a part of a community. This is the birth of cities. People used to live out there just by themselves in the woods. And then the wolves came. And then marauders came and the Vikings and thieves and highwaymen. And they said, man, let's all put our houses close together. Let's get them close together and let's build a wall so we don't have to get attacked every night by wolves and mountain lions and thieves and liars. And so now these houses have a different value than the one that's out there with no protection. That's the difference. The part you need is the wall part, and you need the out in the country, that phrase. All right. Anything else?
Understood.
Sorry.
Sir, something in the room here at headquarters.
Please, headquarters.
Salaki, sir, can you hear me, sir?
I hear you fine, warrior.
Oh, Most High in Christ. No, I just want to the brother from Ontario, Canada. I remember that in Argentina, a lot of those German Nazis went to Argentina. So there's a German town over there when they got, you know what I mean, when they got like reparations, and they literally have a town. They only speak German.
Yeah.
And they look down on the native and, you know what I'm saying, and the Negroes that's in Argentina right now. So their reparations is still, you know what I'm saying, to this day, they got reparations. That's the reason why Argentina says we don't have no color, you know what I'm saying, no color issue, but meanwhile, all the Nazis went there. If you know that history, Sloppy.
Paratazar, you told the truth about history just now because that's a fact. What Paratazar just said is an absolute fact, and Nazis at the end of World War II were given a haven down there in Argentina, and they have towns down there. You'll think it's 1942 in Germany if you go to that town today. Absolutely true, Paratazar. Is there anything else?
Sir, we've got a question from Virginia.
BA, let's go.
Shalom, Lord of Christ, General. How are you?
I'm outstanding, warrior. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
It's always a pleasure. Salaki, General. If I get a breakdown of Matthew chapter 6, verses 3 and 4, I just wanted to use this scripture to be able to prove that, you know, politicians in the Christian church, they'll show their love publicly, but secretly they hate black people.
Yeah.
And they, you know, and they really despise us, if I may.
Please.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 4, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly.
And now apply it to your point.
Okay, Khan. So alms is essentially charity, love, right?
Well, wait 1 second. Please. Don't think love, think charity.
Okay, thank charity. Okay, Kata
So what is charity?
Being generous, like brotherhood, sister, like being generous.
No,
like
that's not what it is.
That's not
charity,
what it is.
Charity is giving money to the poor.
Okay, Kata.
Yeah, you don't want to think about it in a ethereal sense or a metaphorical sense, because it's a physical thing that you can see.
Okay, Kata.
You understand? So I can see you giving a poor blind man money, putting it in his cup. I can see you giving $1 to a man at a gas station. I can see drug dealers giving out turkeys every Christmas. I can see Donald Trump giving out turkeys and food, and preachers giving out food and bread to the poor. I can see that. That's why they do it. You understand? They do it because you can see it. They do it because you can watch them giving poor people food. That's the whole reason that they do it. So you don't want to think about it like love. You want to think about it like giving people money, giving people food that are poor, because you can see that and you can't see love. You understand?
Sir.
Was there anything else?
Oh, La, so that answers my question completely. The water general.
Appreciate you. No sweat. Anything else?
Khan, sir, we have questions in the comments. Officer Hazahab asks about Matthew 26 and 31. Is this to say God killed all the fake leaders to be dispersed into Africa and Europe?
God killed all the fake leaders to be dispersed. I don't quite understand that, but let me read the precept first.
Khan, sir, Matthew 26 and 31. Then saith Yahushua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad.
Okay. Read it one more time. I'm sorry.
Khan, sir. Then saith Yahushua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad.
Keep going.
Verse 32. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee.
Right. He's the shepherd. So this is not talking about what you just asked me about this being. This is talking about him. You understand? They're going to all be offended in him this night because he's about to die. Why? Because they're hoping that if they smite the shepherd, the sheep will scatter abroad. He's the shepherd that's about to be smitten. He's going to be killed. The point is, if we kill Christ, then all of his followers will disperse. And that happened. When Christ was killed, Peter denied him 3 times. Everyone was gone. They disappeared. It wasn't until they got their courage back that they came together on the day of Pentecost. And they came back together and finally received the Holy Spirit. And they stopped being cowards and started to be no cowards. But they scattered and left once Christ was killed. Peter included, all of them. Okay? So that's what this is about, Hazahab, if that was your question, all right?
Khan, sir. Got a few more in the comments. Kamar UPK asks, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai Barakatah, Salaki General. Could I get a breakdown of Exodus 4 and 21 through 26? And in verse 27 is the kiss of salute, the water.
No problem. You got it. I know you're ready.
Khan, sir. Exodus 4 and verse 24. And it came to pass by the way in the inn that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, surely a bloody husband.
You want me to break this down? Does this have something to do with the kiss, or is this somewhere else?
The kiss is in verse 27.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 26. So he let him go. Then she said, a bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision.
Let me just break this down for everyone that might not know. This is Moses. Moses married a heathen wife when he was in the world. After Moses was wanted on a murder charge in Egypt, he left Egypt and fled because of that murder charge. And then while he left Egypt, he was in the world, he married a heathen woman. And then finally, the Most High God told him to go back to Egypt to deliver his people from bondage. But he had a heathen wife, so he brung her with him. And so now he's back in Egypt. He's trying to keep the law now. So now he wants to circumcise his son. When he was with her outside of Egypt, he did not have his son circumcised because he was in the world. But now when God came to him in the presence of an angel using a messenger, the angel was a messenger of God. Now he wants to keep the law. So now he's saying, like, listen, woman, we got to circumcise these kids we have. I got to circumcise this boy. But she was a heathen and married him when he was in the world. And she did not want to circumcise her son. It seemed like a barbaric, arcane practice to cut the foreskin off of her baby boy. So she was angry at him, but he demanded it. Finally, she just went and did it. She did it herself. She cut the foreskin off and then threw the foreskin at him. And she said, take that, thou bloody man. Meaning you made me do something so terrible to my son. But meaning Moses knew that this was not terrible. This was going to ensure that his son was part of the covenant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whether his wife agreed with it or not. So that's what we're reading about up to that point. All right, everybody understands. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And the Lord said to Aaron, go into the wilderness to meet Moses.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and met him in the mount of God and kissed him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, absolutely. This kiss is not a kiss on the. It ain't a smooches like the Italians do. I remember years ago, Ephraim, I don't know if you're too young, but there was this cat named Little Wayne and Baby when I was back young in the truth. And brothers hated them because they would kiss in the mouth on TV. And I remember they would say, well, you know, that's how the Italians do. I don't know what Italians I don't know what you're talking about. They would say, well, the Italians kiss. And I remember thinking, seeing, lo and behold, Italians do kiss you right in the mouth. They do. So these cats from New Orleans, Negroes, started to kiss each other in the mouth because the Italians do it. Don't be like the Italians, brother. They also molest children, the Italians, the Romans. The kiss that you read about in the Bible that men give each other is a touch. It's a touch. How do I know this? The dictionary, that's all. I just went and looked it up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And it's a touch. That's what a kiss. When I was young, I remember them. They would use that language when you would hit a car, but you would just give it a kiss. You would like tap someone's bumper. And the terminology for tapping someone's bumper with a car was a kiss, because a kiss was a touch. When we give each other a pound in the Israelite school of UPK, that's a kiss. When we hug each other, that's a kiss. A kiss is considered a form of endearment because you would never touch an enemy. You would never let an enemy. You would never hug someone who was your enemy. You would never give him a pound. Ephraim, show him where the pound came from back in, and show him what weird. Do you have the video about the pound?
So I'm gonna see how quickly I can pull that up.
Yeah, if you can, let me know. But it's a video from 1969, which was the birth of the Israelite School of UPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, when they invented this that we still do today. Also, you need the precept where it says they pounded the breast and left. That's in the New Testament. So they would pound their own breast and they would touch each other. And that was a kiss. But a kiss was not done, you know, with your mouth and tongue. That is not what they were doing. And you have to look it up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And then you'll know. All right. If you can't find it, Ephraim, we'll move on. We got to get the videos done. You can play it later or play it after class or whatever. Anything else?
Sir. Quick question from a sister. Sister asked, Salaki, sir, if I may, and forgive me if this is a silly question. I was told that dinosaurs never existed on Earth. Is that true?
No, that is not true. Dinosaurs absolutely existed. Dinosaurs are just big animals. Don't think of dinosaurs like they're magic, you know, or something like that. Dinosaurs absolutely existed. Dinosaurs simply were not where people dwelt. People lived in the Middle East during the time of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs lived in the water, in the ocean, or in the Americas, or in Russia. Dinosaurs lived where people did not live, and they were just giant animals that have went extinct. That's not a fairy tale concept. Animals are going extinct tonight. If you're not careful, the damn bumblebee will be gone before this show is over. All right, animals go extinct all the time. It happens all the time. There are animals that are extinct now that were not extinct 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They were not extinct. So dinosaurs are simply an animal that went extinct. People hypothesize it was because of extreme cold, because they were reptiles, and then finally only birds could survive. And birds are the lasting relatives of dinosaurs because they were the dinosaurs that had the ability or the skill set or the biology to survive the cold. All right, which is why, as cold as it is right now, birds are still alive. Birds don't die when it snows, but reptiles like iguana down there in Florida, it was raining iguana 2 weeks ago because it dropped below a temperature, and every iguana died in Florida. Reptiles were like that. They were giant.
Slacky, sir.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did you see the? Oh no, Slacky, sir. That when that happened, I saw a reel on Facebook. Some Edomite pizza shop owner took sacks of those iguanas and ground them up and made iguana pizza.
I did not see that. I'm glad, Ephraim. That's the Italians who kiss you right in your goddamn mouth. Those pizza shop owners and share a iguana pizza with you. Yeah, you can't do things like that. That's disgusting. And reptiles die, and so they say that the so-called ice age came, dinosaurs died, but certain dinosaurs were able to survive, and that's how we have the avian population today, or the birds. All right, dinosaurs existed. Next. Oh, I'm sorry. The precept you need to prove it is giant lizards in Genesis, giant whales. When you read in Genesis, it'll speak about animals and it'll mention, and there were giant whales. When you go look up that word in Hebrew, it doesn't say giant whales. It says like giant beasts, giant animals, giant things that existed. So the term giant whales in Genesis, the actual correct translation is a term that includes dinosaurs. All right, it's giant whales, and it's in the book of Genesis. Next.
She said the water, sir, and that's Genesis 1:21.
Solid. Next.
And that Sluggy, so that story was crazy. He said he did it until the health department came in and said, "Look, you can't just take sacks of iguanas off the street."
They're like, listen, Giuseppe, you can't just be feeding people iguana pizza now. God damn. Was he telling them that it was iguana? Was he?
Yes, sir. He put it right on the menu.
All right. Okay. All right. What's the next question?
Concern from Officer Dunya in the comments, promoting next week, next Thursday, March 5th, you will be teaching in Jersey City. 89 Monticello Ave, the new Isupk school in Jersey City, New Jersey.
See you out there in Jersey City, I guess. Next week. Jersey City, that's where Captain Tazaryak is from. Give Jersey City a hand. I'll see you out there in Jersey City next week, I guess. You're going to get it on out there in Jersey City. What time?
7 p.m., so the usual time.
7 p.m.? Jersey City next Thursday. And I have the address. Somebody sent it to me already? I think Tazaryak sent me the address. He sent me the address. All right, solid. I'll see you out there in Jersey City next Thursday, 7 p.m. I'll answer your questions, solve all of your problems, try to get you to not kill each other to the best of my ability. All right, anything else?
So one more question from the comments. Brother says, Salaki, sir, in Exodus 18, how could Jethro, a heathen, instruct Moses on how to bring order and structure to the Israelites?
Well, that's my point I was trying to make earlier. Moses was in the world, and this was his father-in-law. Moses had a heathen father-in-law that was giving him advice, and this was his father, his father-in-law. This was in his family. So you don't want to think like, how could he? Just think he did, because this was his father-in-law. It's not like it was solicited. It's not like he had to do it. But since this is his son-in-law, and now he's going to take his daughter and him and move them down back into Egypt, he did it because this was his son-in-law, not how could he. He could because this woman married his child. That's how he could. Now, if you don't like heathens giving you advice, don't marry their daughters. That's all. What in the hell could Moses do? What in the hell could, if you marry and have sex with some heathen's child, then guess what? You're going to have Giuseppe saying, why don't you eat the iguana I gave you? Where's the iguana I gave you for dinner? You'll be like, listen, Giuseppe, listen. Oh, okay, I got you. I'm not eating that, but let's go ahead. I love your daughter. I got no choice. I done married her. I can't get rid of her. Sorry, Papa Giuseppe. Okay, he did it because it was his father-in-law. That's how he could do it. You don't like it? Don't marry heathens. Don't have sex with them. Don't do that. And then you only have to be vexed by an Israelite father-in-law, an Israelite mother-in-law. Then you'll enjoy that. Is there anything else?
Sir, a quick shout out to Durham, North Carolina, joining us.
Oh, Durham. Durham, North Carolina. How did it go out there today with the prison program, Akim? Who's the highest ranking brother that would like to explain? You got it?
Hey, Shalom. Yabshim's Rakatah.
What's going on, Warrior?
5,000 Iraq. Come on, sir. I'm doing 2 hours, sir. The water fast.
How was the work you brothers did today?
The work is excellent. Right now we have brothers about an hour and a half away from the school, just now leaving the prison in Maury. It's called Maury Correctional Institution. We have officers Yaramak, Officer Mahayar, Officer Hawan out there teaching up to about 50 inmates at the Maury Correctional Facility. We currently had a inmate that was a part of the trooper program. He was released about a week and a half ago, and now he is attending the Charlotte school under Officer Lahab. So the work is bearing fruit. And we want to also give a Tawada to Officer Captain Zakar. This is his department. He's been providing the guidance, and Officer Yaramak has been diligent in getting out there. And it's just been a glorious work. We get a report every week from Officer Yaramak in regards to, just what the subject matter is that they're teaching. But the brothers are lighting up and gravitating to it, and they're very grateful. Also, the COs are learning as well. They're listening and encouraging and very excited to attend the class as well, because they've never heard this before, and they love it so much that they have allowed or are trying to get authorization for the school to provide do the Passover next year in the prison.
Get out of here.
Hopefully we can get Commander General Hana and the generals to actually perform the Passover or have a Passover version for the prison in the school. I mean, in the prison.
In the prison, yeah. Outstanding. Danele un applauso. Give him a hand. Well said. Good job. Well done. And to Officer Yaramak and Captain Zakar. Well done, Akim. Well done. All right, Warriors, did you want to ask any questions? Did you have questions for me to answer today?
Kamakan.
Go ahead, please.
We have, and Salaki, sir, I also want to give it the water to Commander Junior Hana also for giving us this opportunity to save these souls out here.
Absolutely, Dr. Commander General Yohana. Well said. You got it, brother.
Kamakan, sir. This is Officer Yazakar. He's going to cite his question, sir.
Come on, Yazakar. Get it on.
Trooper Yazakar. He has
Trooper Yazakar. Give him a hand. Trooper Yazakar. Let's get it, Warrior. What's your question up?
The water. I got just a general breakdown of Isaiah 29 and 15.
Okay, I'm ready. Just a general breakdown, right? Okay, let's get it on.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
Oh, yeah. That's what you had the 15th verse.
Kana Wakana.
You wanted one verse broken down or more than one?
If more than one is needed to get the whole understanding, I'll take that.
Take me up two verses, please, Trooper.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear to.
1 second, is that the correct would have removed? Does it say that there?
But have removed Kana Wakan.
Double check. That's a King James version of the Bible, right? Just double check for me. All right. It says have removed. Just do a double check. It's probably absolutely correct. But just double check. You look in the front of it.
So lucky, I'm gonna pull it up in my
Mhm.
and
I can still break it down for you, but it's just that doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay, I'm reading it from the Salaki. I'm reading from the Bible now. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
I got you. You were not reading from Matthew. You were reading from the Old Testament. That was the issue. It's all right. This same precept was quoted by Jesus Christ in the New Testament. All right. Jesus Christ used this precept to cut the people who claim to love God, who claim to follow him as the servant of God, but they're lying. They're mentirosos. They're liars. And so now Jesus Christ is telling you how he proves people liars who say they love God. These people say that they love God. They praise him. They say, I love you, Lord. I love you, Jesus. I love you. I love the Lord. They sing gospel music and go to theologian schools and learn how to be singers to praise the name of God. This people praise me with their mouth, but their heart is far from me. So now you should understand something by that phrase. Your heart is different than your mouth. Your heart is different than your words. Your words. So what's different than your words, Trooper?
Mouth. So like it's
what's different than your mouth?
Your heart. What's different? So
yeah,
like
your heart is different from your mouth. So what comes out of your mouth?
Words.
Words. And what are the words? I love God. I praise God. They praise me with their mouth. So they say they love God, but their heart doesn't love God. To understand this is where you got to go with this. People say they love God. You have family members that say they're Christian, correct?
They
say they love God, they say they praise Jesus' holy name, they say they believe, they pray. Oh, Lord, they pray. They say they love God, but they don't in their heart, even though they say it. So make this breakthrough with me, please, Trooper. God doesn't care about what you say because he knows you're lying. He cares about what is in your heart. Now, how does God know what's in your heart? If he doesn't know it because of your words, because remember, he just said that they say they love me. They praise me with their mouth, but their heart is far from me. So what God looks at is your heart. How does God know your heart if it's not by your words? How does he know your heart? Trooper.
Salakia, sir. By your actions.
Give him a hand. Denele un aplauso. Yes. Your actions say what's in your heart. That's it. Your actions. Your actions say what's in your heart. Your words do not say what's in your heart. Your words don't say that. The Bible says, love ye not in word, but in deed. That's the precept you need, trooper. Someone get it for him, all right? You're going to need that precept where the Bible says, love ye not in word, not with your mouth, but in deed. What you do says what's in your heart. That's how you know who loves you, by what they did, not by who said they love you. Sisters, y'all know I'm telling the truth about this, don't you? Every woman knows I'm telling the truth. Because if every man that told a woman that she loves her, that he loves her, was telling the truth, then women would not be on their fifth man. They wouldn't be on their fifth baby daddy. If every man that said he loves you meant it. The problem is they don't mean it. They say they love you and they don't mean it. And brothers, you go through the same thing. If every woman that said, I love you and I'll never leave you. Have you brothers ever heard what's in the marriage vow? Ephraim, do you know what's in that marriage vow that Christians use? That marriage vow that Christians use, brother, is a powerful testament in word. Do you know what they say? They say, in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, until death does us part. God damn, that's powerful. That's a hell of a thing. You telling me in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, till death do us part? If you Christians meant what you said, you'd halfway be righteous. The problem is you Christians don't mean what you say. So you're going to say in sickness and in health. Do you know that these bitches used to say that they'll obey you in that marriage vow? I rock, you know what I'm talking about?
Come on, sir. Obey.
Rock, what did that thing say? That thing's, what was the wording they used? It was like, and I will obey him for the rest of my life. What was the word? Somebody pull up the marriage vow. I rock, if you remember it, tell me.
I don't remember it, sir, but I'll look it up, sir.
It was obey. Like, it was some word like, I know, it was to love, honor, and obey. That's in the marriage vow with Christians, with the Christian church. To love, honor, and obey. Do you know every bitch that cheated on you and had sex with your best friend said that? She said that. She said to love, honor, and obey in sickness and in health, in poverty and in riches, until death does us part. 78% of them get divorced the minute you lose your goddamn job. That's it. The minute you lose your job, she's leaving you. That's it. You see, these people honor me with their mouth, trooper, but their actions say that they don't keep their vows. They're not going to stay with you in sickness and in health. She's not going to love, honor, and obey you. She's not going to do that. She wants a ring and a party for her arrogance to make her sisters and girlfriends jealous. But she doesn't at all intend to add actions to her oath. You understand, trooper? So that's all you need to understand, that your mouth does not mean that you mean it. Your actions say whether or not you mean it. Keep going, trooper.
Verse 14, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people.
Oh, because of that, because you talk a lot about loving me, but you show me with your actions that you don't, I'm going to do something amazing with you. Keep going.
Even a marvelous work and a wonder.
Mm-hmm.
For the wisdom, wisdom of their wise men shall perish.
Yeah, I'm going to do something amazing to you. It's going to be a marvelous thing. Your wise men, the people that you trust, the people that you believe their breakdown on the scriptures. You go to these preachers, you believe what they say about God. I'm going to make all of their wisdom disappear. And let me tell you something. You're living in that time right now, trooper, where the Christian church has no answer for the COVID-19 virus. The Christian church has no answer for drug addiction. The Christian church has no answer for Donald Trump. No answer for the things that plague Americans, for the things that plague Black and Latinos. The Christian church is caught on their heels with the evil of today. They don't know what to do. They don't understand it because the Christian church is built for good times. The Christian church, Christian preachers are fair weather friends. They're people that are they're friends of the summer, friends when it's springtime, friends when everything is beautiful and there's an abundance. Then you go to church and you give your money and your tithes and you say how much God has done for you. Christians aren't there for the winter, brother, for the sickness. They're only there for the health. Christians aren't there for the poverty. They're only there for the time of riches. Christianity is not a religion built for hard times. At one time, there were Black and Latino men who had a belief in God that was built around suffering, built around being strong in suffering. That's long gone. That's long gone from the time that we came out of caves with headbands wrapped around our heads and torches in our hands, reading the Bible that was illegal for us to read. The Israelite School of UPK is the last bastion of slaves that broke the law to read the Bible. They're the last ones. Bro, I can tell you how a while y'all was shot. Keep going, trooper.
And the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
Yeah, so now these preachers that you would go to and say, well, what's going to happen? Or what's happened? That preacher was like, I don't know, pray. Pray. My children have COVID-19. I'm losing my job. I'm getting the ICE agents are at my door. What do I do, preacher? Trust in Jesus. Mother, you out of your mind? What are you even talking about? I need help, preacher. I need help. They don't have it. They don't have it. This is a miracle. It's like an amazing thing because you trusted these people that they would be there for you when ICE agents were at your door. Well, they're at your door, and the preacher is telling you to pray. Continue.
Verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
Read that one more time.
Salaki. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, and verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
From who?
From the Lord.
Let me tell you, this is what preachers are doing, trooper. Woe unto them. The word woe means destruction. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. You know what that means, trooper? There are people that sit in power who God is not talking to. God is not giving them the answers. And they are seeking deeply, digging down to make sure that God never finds out who they are. They're trying to hide themselves from God. They don't want God to know that they're child molesters. They don't want God to know. And they're fighting day and night to make sure that the files don't get released, to make sure that the children don't testify, to make sure that the women don't ever say what's happening in that church. This is talking about the Christian church. This is talking about a place where people say that they know God, praise God with their mouth, but their actions, they're child molesters and they're thieves and liars, but they're trying to hide it. They don't want anybody to know. They want to be the house of God. They want to be the place of Jesus Christ. They're hiding the fact that they're child molesters. They're hiding the fact that they're liars, that they're thieves, that they're ladrones, amantes de lo ajeno. Thieves, people that love other men's goods, love things that belong to someone else. They don't want God to know. They don't want the Lord to know. They're trying to hide it from him. They can't. They can't. Keep going, trooper.
And their works are in the dark.
Yeah, they're hiding. That Epstein, let me tell you, that Epstein list is so profound. It is so gigantic. And it is a web that goes from Saudi princes to Buckingham Palace to the White House to Jay-Z. That is how big it is, to show you that these people that we didn't know were connected, that all of them are connected to each other. And all of them share a filthy secret. And they're hiding it, thinking they can do it in the dark, thinking no one will know about it. Do you know how hard it's been, Trooper? Trooper, how long have you been in the truth?
Salakia, sir, 2 years.
2 years. How did your family receive you being in the truth? Your wife, the people on your slavery.
Salakia, they did well. The people on my slave, I kind of ignore them. They know who I am, so I'm not gonna run away from that. My rib, she's right behind me, so she's gonna be with me to the end. But my family, they're still in the Christian church. They still trying to tell me, hey, you want me to come to the school with you? How about you come to church with me on Sunday? So
I totally understand. Well, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, your family believes that Christian church is a place of God because of what they say. You understand? Because of the words. They're hiding all the children they hurt, all the families they destroy, all the wives who are committing adultery, all the brothers who are homosexual. Does your family go to a particular church?
Salakia, Methodist, like
Methodist, they never discuss homosexuality in there, or people that are homosexuals, or people that are LGBT or rainbow.
Well, what I know the last time I was there, the choir director was a Levitical type of guy.
The dreaded choir director, Trooper. The dreaded choir director. Yeah. Can you imagine what's happening in the dark in that Methodist church, Trooper? Can you imagine? In your family's church, there is an Epstein list situation happening in there. Something that's on the Epstein list is happening with the choir. And it's all connected, and they're hiding it, and they don't want anybody to know. And Trooper, this is what you have to know. Every evil thing that you've heard about the Israelite school of UPK is because we were the ones telling everyone about what happens in the dark in Christianity. That's why they hated us. That's it. We've been doing it before the Epstein list came out, before Donald Trump, before the internet. We were telling everyone what happens in the dark in the Christian church. And they hated us for it and persecuted us for it. Keep going.
And they say, who seeth us?
They say
and
what?
Who knoweth us?
Say what?
And they say, who seeth us?
That's Jeffrey Epstein. Now, who sees this? Nobody. I'm on an island in the Florida Keys. No one sees this. Who knows? I'm on an island in the Florida Keys. I own the sheriff. I own the president. I own the prince, the crown in Great Britain. Who sees this? Who sees us? Who sees what's happening at the choir director's house? Who sees what Eddie Long is doing? TD Jakes is doing? Who sees us? In essence, Trooper, they're saying no one sees us. That's what that means. Who sees us means no one sees us. Continue.
And who knoweth us?
Who knows us? Nobody knows who we really are. We're Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton. Hillary Clinton went and testified before Congress today. Donald Trump's financial advisor, chief financial advisor, was called before Congress. Nobody even showed up because they didn't want to question him because he was one of Jeffrey Epstein's best friends. They say that Bill Clinton is coming before Congress to testify tomorrow about the Epstein list. I anticipate that the minute that they turn the tape recorder on, Bill Clinton will spontaneously combust and blow up in fire. The minute they turn that tape recorder on, I anticipate Bill Clinton to spontaneously combust and to just blow up. Because if Bill Clinton has to say what him and Donald Trump and Bill Clinton did on that island, I'm assuming he will just burst into flames. That's what I assume. They say no one sees us. No one knows us. We're safe with hurting your children. Safe with working against your best interest while telling you that we love God and we're your preacher. Give me the 7 mountains thing after this, Ephraim. Keep going, trooper.
Verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Surely your turning of things upside down will be glorified as if God made it. That's what that point means. The potter's clay means I'm the potter, I'm the creator. I made a pot out of clay. I wanted it to be a pot. Here's my pot. I made it. Here it is. Here's someone else who took it and perverted my pot, turned it upside down. That's not what I created. That's not what I wanted. Then someone else takes it and they say, this is the potter's clay. Here's the pot. Here's the pot. And we look at it as if God intended it to be like this when he never did. Someone just lied to you and told you that's how God created it. That's what God wanted. That's what he's saying. This vile person with these terrible secrets, with this on this Epstein list, on this choir, he says, no one knows us. No one sees us. What we do in the dark. Surely our turning of things upside down, everyone will treat it like it was made like this. Everyone will think that God wanted it like this. Why will people think that God wanted it like that, trooper?
Salakia, so that they can continue to do.
No. Why will people think that even though God did not make it like this, God made it like this, but this person says God made it like this, and everyone is going to think that that's true. Everyone is going to think that our turning of things upside down is esteemed, is glorified, as if it's the potter's clay, as if God made it. Why, trooper? If you can answer this, I will be impressed. Why will people think that God made it like that when he didn't? Why, trooper?
Because they've been taught wrong. They have no knowledge. So
Bring me home. Why will people think that God made it like that, trooper?
Because their pastor told them.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Dele un aplauso. Yes, trooper. You know why they think that God made it like that? Because they said so. Because this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, but their heart is far from me. A preacher is going to say what? God made you gay. God made you gay. God wants, this is how God made you. God doesn't want you to keep the commandments. God doesn't want you to be a people. God wants you to come together with white people. And everyone will go, that's what God wants. That's how God wants it. They're lying. They're lying. They're drawing near to him with their mouth, but their heart is far from God. Brother, your entire life, your mother, your father, your grandparents have been lied to, and they've been told that God wants it to be like this, that God sanctioned this when God is against it. That's the point, trooper. Do you understand? Is there anything else?
Sir, for me.
Good, I see us. Anything else? And give me right up front. Give it to me. Come on.
Yahweh Shemel Shabrakata.
What's going on, warrior? What's your name?
Trooper Quad Bar, sir.
Trooper Quad Bar. What's your question?
Sir. Just a heads up, it's 9/11.
Oh shit. Come on, Trooper. You better hurry up.
Yeah, I'll be real quick, sir.
Please.
I just need a general breakdown on Romans 12 and 20, the latter part of that scripture. I'll read it for you. It says, therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. What does this mean about in doing so, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head?
What happens if you feed him when he's thirsty, when he's hungry, and give him drink when he's thirsty? What happens to him?
He'll
It's
develop
right in front of you. It's in front of you.
Salaki. I don't know. He gonna come to me when he hungry and when he need food. He gonna develop a dependency.
Read it one more time.
Salakia. Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in doing so, Salakia, for in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
So if I feed my enemy when he's hungry, and I give him drink when he's thirsty, what will happen? It's right in front of you. Therefore, thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head. Here's the mystery of being a righteous man, Trooper. You see, in our mind, we think when people harm us, we harm them, right? If somebody offends me, I hurt them. Somebody dishonors me, I dishonor them. I hurt them. We think that is how we get revenge, right? And the Christians have taught us to never get revenge. The Christians have taught us to never pay somebody back for evil they've done to us. This is what Paul, I'm sorry, where are we at right now? Where are you reading from?
Rome, Book of Romans, sir.
This is what Paul was trying to teach brothers and sisters, to stop them from taking revenge at their own hand. It is a tremendous temptation to get revenge on your brothers and sisters. This is about Israelites and how we deal with each other. We all live in Black and Hispanic communities. And if you live in a Black and Hispanic community, if you live in a house with Black people in it, with Latinos in it, those Blacks and Latinos are going to hurt you. Am I telling you something that you don't know about, Trooper?
Loud, sir.
Yeah, you know about this, right? You know that your friends are going to hurt you. Your father is going to hurt you. Your sisters, your brothers are going to hurt you. Your gang members, when you tattoo their arm on your face, they're going to hurt you. Those same people. They're going to sleep with your wife. They're going to steal from you. They're going to lie to you. They're going to snitch on you. The people that are supposed to love you. So then what do? Shoot them, kill them, harm them because they deserve it. They did it to you, right? Paul is saying no. He's saying don't do it like that. Nah, because when you feed your brother who's your enemy, when you give him drink, then God will hurt him. God will hurt him. I don't have to kill the people that I believe deserve to die, who are my brothers, who might have snitched on me and gave me time in jail, who might have slept with my wife, who might have stole from me. Of course, in the times past, you think I have to go kill him. I have to go harm him. No, you don't. Forgive him. Forgive him. This is the lesson of Jesus Christ. You think forgiving people means they're not going to be punished, don't you? Let me tell you something, Trooper. Forgiving people means they're definitely getting punished. That's what this means. When you forgive somebody, they are absolutely going to pay. Absolutely. But what if I harm him? What if I hurt him? Then I cease to become a doer of the law when I become a judge of the law. The minute I go shoot somebody because I believe that they would shoot me, then they're never going to pay for shooting me. They're never going to get payback for what they did to me. But the minute I forgive my brother and feed him and clothe him, then now I trust upon God's judgment for what he did to me. That's what this is saying. Now we're going to read it one more time and you'll see it. Read it again.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 20. Therefore, if thy enemy hunger,
If
feed
he's
him.
hungry, well, slow it down so I can break it down. If he's hungry, what should I do, trooper?
Feed him.
I'm going to feed him if he's hungry. Is it because I love him? Is it because I want him to live forever? No. That's not why I'm doing it. If he's hungry, I'm feeding him. Keep going.
If he thirsts, give him drink.
If he's thirsty, I'm giving him water. Is it because I love him so much and I don't ever want him to pay for what he did to me? I don't ever want him to pay for how he harmed me? That is not why I'm doing this. I'm going to feed him when he's hungry. I'm going to give him drink when he's thirsty. Keep reading. Read it slow.
For in doing thou shall
For
he.
in doing thou. You know what that means?
Salakia, sir.
Please, go ahead. Please.
For in so doing thou.
For in so doing. That's Old English for because you did that, because you fed him when he was hungry, because you gave him drink when he was thirsty. In doing that, thou, meaning you, go ahead,
shall heap coals of fire on his head.
What's going to happen if somebody puts a lot of coals of fire on your enemy's head, trooper?
Salaki, it's going to burn a hole in his head.
Why is he going to get his head burnt?
Because that's his justice. That's his reward.
Why is he going to get justice?
Because it's hot.
Why is he going to get that hot justice?
Because I kept the law and I didn't pay evil back with evil.
Give him a hand. That's it. That's all. That's it. You just broke it down, trooper. You broke it down like a seasoned officer. Because I didn't shoot him. That's why he's getting hurt by God. Because I didn't kill him. Because I didn't hide at his house, sit in a car, and wait till he comes out the barbershop to kill him for what he did to me. Because instead, when I saw him, I said, hey, brother, I'm MAHAYAMAN now in the Israelite School of UPK. I want you to know I forgive you, brother. I want you to know I'm not going to harm you for what you did, man. Here's a flyer. That same brother is going to say, oh, my God, I'm in a wheelchair now, and I'm coming to learn with you because I understand why I'm in a wheelchair. I understand why these things happen to me because of what I did to you. You see, when I forgive, God takes up my battle. When I feed them, God starves them. When I give them water, God makes them thirsty. As long as I don't take revenge at my own hand, God will give me vengeance. You're correct, trooper. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you have any other questions?
Real quick, sir. Salakia. One other question. Salakia, sir, if I may, can I have a word of advice on those that deal with anxiety?
Absolutely. What is anxiety? Do you know?
Salakia, I believe that anxiety is a demon.
Anxiety is absolutely a demon, but I want you to give it to me in one word because it will make it more clear on what to do with it.
Salakia, sir. Sister in the room said worry.
I'll take worry. Let me give you a better word to make it more clear. Fear. Anxiety is fear. And you know what the Bible says about fear? True love casts away fear. True love. So many of you out there, you have deep anxiety, especially sisters. Sisters really struggle from anxiety. Many brothers struggle from anxiety as well, from past traumas, from growing up in homes where there was no security of food, security of safety, security of love. You can grow up to be a man or a woman that has extreme fear about everything. Well, the Bible says true love casts away fear. Do you know what you're supposed to do with anxiety, brother? Be the kind of person that makes sure that someone else never has to be afraid. That's what cures anxiety. You see, in your mind, you're thinking, in your mind, you're thinking, I'm afraid, I'm worried. What can I do for me not to worry? What can I do for me not to be afraid? What can I do for me to be safe? It doesn't work. I'm going to make sure that child doesn't worry. That sister is not afraid. That brother doesn't have to be afraid anymore because I'll help him. I will come when he calls. I will hear her scream my name and I will show up. And in doing so, I make my life about getting rid of her worries. I make my life about getting rid of his concerns, his fear. You know what happens when you think about stopping them from being afraid? All of a sudden, I don't think about myself so much in my own fear. I'm not concerned with it anymore because I'm concerned with yours. I'm concerned with how you're afraid. No te preocupes. No te preocupes. Don't worry. I'm coming. I'll be there. I'll come for you. You're afraid, I'll show up. You're worried about eating, I'll call Commanding General Yohana and fill up your freezer. No te preocupes. Don't worry. You're afraid somebody is trying to kill you, they'll have to kill me too. No te preocupes. Don't worry, I'll be there for you. I'll focus my life on you and getting rid of your anxiety and your fear. Before you know it, I forgot about my own. Life is about serving other people, not about making sure that you're safe, not about making sure that you have food, not about making sure that you don't have anything to worry about. Life is about other people. In doing so, worries drift away. You understand?
Sir.
Ephraim, are you there?
Sir.
Ephraim, we are close to cruzar la línea. Cruzar la línea, which means cross the line. I'm going to have to break down this topic in Jersey City next week. Every political party is a rainbow party. Every last one. If you're a Democrat, you're in the Rainbow Party. If you're a Republican, you're in the Rainbow Party. I'll break that down in Jersey City next week. What was the last one?
So I can share this clip. Did you want it?
If I got time. If I don't have time, I'll end it now. I don't know what time.
So we got a little time.
All right, go ahead.
Just a little time.
Go ahead.
Brewing for quite some time between Scott Bessent and Elon Musk. Musk didn't want Bessent, for instance, to be Treasury Secretary during the transition. Obviously, Bessent prevailed. As Doge under Musk started to kick into high gear, they had a few conflicts over staffing at Treasury. And then most recently, Scott Bessent wanted his pick to be the IRS commissioner. Elon Musk had his pick installed. Bessent then raised the issue with President Trump and said that Elon Musk had gone behind his back. And this all sort of boiled over on Thursday when Bessent confronted Musk about it, and a shouting match and the F-bombs ensued. They were apparently face-to-face, chest-to-chest. There was some yelling going on.
It's an honor to have the Prime Minister of Italy with us.
At the time, Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister from Italy, was meeting with Trump in the Oval Office, and from what we're told, the arguing and the yelling could be heard or was within earshot of the Prime Minister when she was meeting with Trump, while Bessent was telling Musk, F you. Musk was then taunting him, saying, say it louder, as in, let them hear it as you're losing your cool.
Look, there are disagreements amongst the president's staff and cabinet sometimes, but we think that's part of the healthy debate process, and everybody knows that ultimately President Trump is the decision maker.
Let me tell everybody what happened. Ephraim, you might need the other video to explain fully about everyone in every political party being a rainbow member. That's Scott Bessent, and he is an out and out gay man. He's gay. And he is married to a man. And these two, this man and his husband, adopted a baby. And he is Donald Trump's chief financial advisor. And he got into a big argument with Elon Musk. And this gay man punched Elon Musk in the eye and gave Elon Musk a black eye. And Elon Musk walked around with a black eye for weeks because a gay man punched him in his goddamn face. This is in Donald Trump's White House. Show me the picture of Scott Besson with his husband and their child, Ephraim, or you have the video. This is, he's married to them. And all I think about is you hillbillies out there, you redneck hillbillies that thought you were avoiding the gay community by voting for manly man Donald Trump. I remember when Donald Trump was running for president. It was Kamala Harris. She supported the transgenders. All of the transgenders were with Kamala Harris. And you had to vote for Donald Trump because you're a manly man. Donald Trump's chief financial advisor, that man has a husband. That man has a husband. Levi, I'm sorry, Ephraim, you have the video I sent you?
On that topic, let me see, sir.
I sent it to you today. That man has a husband, and this man punched Elon. That gay man knocked the piss out of Elon Musk and gave him a goddamn black eye. It's a TikTok video, Ephraim. I sent you today, and gave him a black eye. Why am I bringing this out? To help inform you of something. Every political party is gay, and they're all gay because every political party is built on compromise. That's what all of them are built on. If you're a Democrat, you're going to have to come together with the transgenders and the Muslims and the atheists and the people who are pedophiles and all people. Why? Because it's a numbers game. You need enough people to win the votes. So you don't care about their conduct. You don't care about their morality. You care about them having a vote. That's what you care about. So because of that, you're never going to do anything that might make your constituency smaller. Integrity makes you have less people, not more. Integrity. If you're a man of integrity, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose members. You're going to lose votes. And politicians only care about getting more votes. Play the video, please.
You heard that correctly. Literally the same man who punched Elon Musk and gave him a black eye in the White House, who also, by the way, is MAGA Republican and also openly gay and also married and also adopted a kid, literally breaking all the MAGA commandments, is in the news again because he's wanting to fight somebody else. According to new reporting from Politico, the Treasury Secretary had heard from several people through the grapevine that the Federal Housing Finance Agency director had been bad-mouthing him to Trump. A person close to him said. According to the reporting, he wasn't about to engage in chit-chat as if nothing was amiss. In other words, he ain't no fucking punk bitch. Scott went up to the guy and said, "Why the fuck are you talking to the president about me? Fuck you. I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face." The guy appeared stunned, and the tense encounter promoted club co-owner and financier Omid Malik to intervene. According to the reporting, Besson wasn't having it, and he said it's either me or him.
You know what that means, MAGA? MAGA, there's a homo whooping your ass in the White House. Some homo is in the White House punching Elon Musk in the face and threatening to beat up anybody who talks about him to Donald Trump. Is this the manly party? They're the manly men. MAGA, you got a gay man whooping your ass in the White House, punching you in the face, giving you a black eye. A gay man is the toughest man in MAGA. A gay man is the toughest man in Donald Trump's White House. Hillbillies out there, rednecks, you are not as strong as a gay man. Here's what you have to understand. You cannot get involved in politics and keep your integrity. You can't get involved in politics and have a standard of morality because politics cares about numbers, not morality. Politics cares about how many votes can you get, not do I truly believe in this. You have to join the Israelite School of UPK to have morals.
Right.
Because we don't care about how many people we have. We don't care about numbers. We care about righteousness. If you're in a political party, you care about numbers because you count votes. That's it. If you are in politics, if you are a Democrat, you're gay. If you are a Republican, you're gay because you have to be gay to get enough votes. Everyone understands. Are you from what time we got? Cross the line, cruzar la liena.
It is
too late?
9:30, sir.
This is
We
a
got
good time. Huh?
got a few minutes if you want, sir. It's up to you.
Go ahead, shit. Go ahead. What you got? Any other questions?
Okay. We got Candace Owens breaking down the 7 mountains mandate.
Oh, how did I forget about this? I'm glad you brung this up. Going into how every political party is gay. Okay, this is going to be difficult to understand, so you better pay close attention, all right? Because I'm about to explain an ancient evil to you. And when I say ancient, it's ancient. There's a new political party that's been festering and boiling for years, right? You remember January 6th, and you remember how fast white evangelicals made their way to the Congress that day. I mean, thousands of them got there. Well, after January 6th, people like Candace Owens and other reporters begin to understand how these people mobilize so fast. And it's because there is a religious movement that has been growing in prominence for years. And now men like Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump have taken control of a religious movement. And this religious movement is called the 7 Mountain Movement. Candace Owens is going to explain it right now. Go.
Reformation drove the January 6th riots. So why was it overlooked by the House Select Committee, this person asks, okay? NAR, I brought this up to you before. Lance Wallnau is in this article. So is Sean Foyt. Now you're thinking these names might sound familiar. Certainly Sean Foyt, I brought him up to you regarding TPUS Faith, who started to lead these events that they were having. So who is Lance Wallnau? Well, he is one of these NAR preachers, like I said, who came up with their...
Ephraim, I believe NAR means national. What does NAR mean, Ephraim? This tape is slowing down, Ephraim. Ephraim, are you there? Ephraim, stop the tape for a second. I can't hear what the hell is happening. Ephraim, hello. Anybody there? Am I all alone in the planet? Ephraim? New York? I'm about to get the hell up out of here. Ephraim, I can't hear a damn thing you're saying. Oh, shit. Ephraim, are you there? Is anybody there? Shit. Oh, hold on. Ephraim calling me right now, y'all. Stand by. Here's Ephraim. He said, we can hear you. You can hear me, huh? Well, listen, since you can hear me, this is what I'm going to do. You stand in tomorrow. You be here next Thursday. Next Thursday, I'm going to explain the religious phenomenon of the 7 Mountains movement. And I'm going to show you that it is an ancient religion that goes back to the 7 hills of Rome. It is a Roman religion that was around that predates Jesus Christ. It is an ancient evil that has popped up its head again. It's the Roman Empire trying to rule once more. I can't hear anybody else talking. You can hear me. I'll be in Jersey City next week explaining.
Sir.
Ephraim, you're back.
Come on, sir.
Ephraim, I couldn't hear a damn thing. I'm going to have to leave this now, Ephraim. I'll do it next week, all right?
Kind of says Salaki for everything.
Do a commercial. I'm sorry. This is all right. Do a commercial, Ephraim. Tell everybody what's coming next week. The 7 Mountains movement. I will show you that it comes from the 7 hills of Rome. It's the rebirth of the Roman Empire. We'll go over that next Thursday, 7 p.m., Jersey City. Ephraim, you got it.
Khan. Next week at 7. Don't miss it. We're going to be at 89 Monticello Avenue in Jersey City. We're going to break down the 7 Mountains mandate. All political parties are part of the gay community. We're going to turn it over to headquarters now and pass the class to Who's that in headquarters?
Salakia, we're going to pass the class over to priest and officer of 5,000 Hazaha.
Salute. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Judgment time. We're going to song to the sisters. We're going to give the sisters a courtesy salute. Okay, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Judgment time. Gus Smith.